What up, everyone? Good morning. It's been a while since I did one of these, and I apologize for that, but I just wanted to give you guys a little video today, a little updates, see how everyone's doing, and just kind of talk about what's going on in life. So let's get started. As you can remember, or if you saw anything of my most recent video before this one, obviously, you'd know that I got laid off again 4 times total with this job position that I have, and 2 times in less than a year, which is kind of absurd. If you ask me, it actually is absurd. But anyways, I just want to kind of talk about, the job market. I want to start off by talking about the job market and how difficult it is apparently to find some work, like 1099 work. I have plenty of experience in many fields, many backgrounds, and apparently I cannot seem to land anything, whether it be they went with somebody else or they just haven't gotten back to me yet, or the job posting just disappeared. I don't know, but I've applied from warehousing jobs to other driving positions to even stuff in like retail kitchens, and absolutely nothing. I don't get nothing. I've heard back from 2 spots. I think so far I've put in about, I want to say 12, 13 applications in the past 3 weeks to like different jobs. Nothing. I heard back from 2 job postings that I applied to, just for them to tell me that they went with a different candidate. So whatever happened there, I don't know. But just FYI, apparently it's pretty hard to find something right now. The one thing I have not dove into yet is fast food. I haven't gotten into fast food yet. The reason for that being that I'm trying to stay away from making unhealthy choices as far as like my diet again. I feel like if I were to go back into the fast food business, which I used to work in a kitchen restaurant, it was more of a like a fancy kitchen for like a private restaurant, and I just remember all the times that I got free food and all the stuff that I got to eat, free soda, free juice, and it was cool back then when I was 10 years younger, but I feel like now that would definitely hurt my physique and my diet, nutrition, whatever you want to call it. I am currently about 240 pounds, and it's not muscle, it's not toned or anything. My best years used to be when I was 205. I was toned out, I was working out consistently, and then life happens, and you get full-time jobs, or jobs mixed in with a family and kids. Priorities take place, or that's just an excuse. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, the job market is insane right now, and I can go on YouTube, I can go on TikTok, I can go on a bunch of other platforms and look up, people looking for a job, and I'm gonna get so many results of people saying it's hard this, it's hard that, and frankly, I agree. I'm starting to think that, it really is hard out here to get something going, but I'm willing to do whatever. I'm willing to go into whatever field as long as they allow entry level. I don't care if I have to learn something new. But as far as what I've been doing, In the meantime, while I've been laid off, I'm going on just over a month. I think I'm on my 5th week. I've been collecting unemployment, which, if we're being real, it's not really much, but it's something. I mean, keeps the lights on, I guess. Luckily, I was able to put some stuff away for emergencies, and I kind of just been staying afloat that way. But what I've been doing during my spare time is I've been trying to go back to the gym, which I'm currently on my way to the gym right now. I've been hitting the gym. I've been trying to eat better. I have been doing house projects. I finished some floors in a bedroom that didn't get finished when I first started doing the floors almost 2 years ago now. I did pretty much everything except one bedroom, and I kind of procrastinated. My daughter was born, and I never got back to it, but I just finished that during this time off that I had, or layoff time, whatever you want to call it. And then I got to doing some cleaning, old clothes, taking care of finances, being more involved with my kids' lives, taking them out more, talking to them, hanging out, making them dinner, going out to eat and stuff, whatever I can afford to do, because I want to make sure that during this time I'm being proactive, and we're staying busy. A busy mind, busy mind is important. I can't remember the saying, but you gotta stay busy. Otherwise, I don't know, you fall into depression or other stuff, bad habits or something. But anyways, yeah, I did some house projects, some quality time with my family so far. I took a couple of trips with the family, nothing crazy, some road trips, somewhere close by, a few hours away, go to the beach, out to the pool, that kind of stuff. And I'm hoping that things turn around here in the next couple of months, before funds run out. But guys, if you're out there and you're going through something similar, or if you're gonna be getting laid off, because layoffs are still going. I see it all the time on the news. I actually was watching a video this morning about how more layoffs are coming in the tech field. And if you're in a position right now where you're still employed and a layoff is coming, they've already told you, you got 2 weeks notice, a month's notice, whatever, now is the time to start figuring out what expenses you need to get rid of. It is key to know your expenses, because you might not feel anything when you're working and things are just normally coming out of your bank account. You might not feel that in your wallet, but when money stops coming in, you start to pay more attention to all your stuff that's getting paid, subscriptions, bills, rent, mortgage, all that good stuff. And that's when you really start to find out, like, oh man, where did this come from? So if you're on the verge of getting laid off, or it's coming, or if you're currently laid off, freshly laid off, it doesn't matter. Get your finances in order. I'm not any financial advisor or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, from my personal experience, you want to be in a good spot financially. Look at your subscriptions, things you don't really need. Like if you have Netflix and you have like 3 other streaming services and you really never use them, cancel the 2 or 3 extra ones that you never really use, and keep the one that you find that you actually do use. If you have a gym membership and you don't ever use it, maybe now's the time you're gonna start using it. Or if you're like, no, I'm not gonna use it, cancel it. You're just spending money that you don't need to spend. And if you ever get back into working again, start bringing income in, then it's up to you if you want to get it back, or you know what I mean. Anyways, guys, so get your finances in order, prepare yourself. I highly suggest that if you do have the ability to do so right now, if you're working and you've never even thought a layoff could hit you. Maybe you don't have any money in your savings, or maybe you haven't thought about ever saving. If you have the ability to do so, I highly suggest you put some away, just for these kind of situations. I am not the richest man in the world, but I was fortunate enough to put some funds away, and this is what happens. I guess you learn after the 4th time around of getting laid off. That's kind of when you start to put 1 and 1 together, 2 and 2 together, whatever the saying is. And you want to prepare yourself. Also, not to be funny or anything, but learn how to cook. If you don't, learn how to cook. And if you do know how to cook, I suggest you cook at home, because eating out, I started doing the math, and that's ridiculous how much money you can spend just on one person every month. If you go out 2-3 times a week, it gets pretty expensive pretty quickly. Guys, I hope you're all doing great out there. I'm just going on kind of like a little update here on how things have been going. I just got to the gym. I'm gonna go get some reps in, gonna go lift some weights and do some cardio. I hope everyone's doing well, and I appreciate you guys for watching this, and take care everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.